Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have the finals of a Dragon Riders Games tournament, and the winner of this match will be winning a Brothers of Legend booster box, which you can see is worth $71, so this finals is worth $71, and we're going to have MKTBGE versus Toast, and let's just hop right in. So we're going to see Toast win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, also make sure to go check out Dragon Riders Games Facebook page, link down below at the top of the description. And then we're going to see 41 versus 41. Then they're going to go ahead and we're going to see Toast go first. Opening hands, we have Home, Kelsey, Frost, Secret Password, and Valor. So one going second card. It's not that great to open up this many engine cards in this deck. You know, this deck is kind of known for having enough space to play like too many going second cards. Like, wouldn't surprise me if their list was playing around 20. And then they have Ash, Nib, Harpy's Feather Duster, Fusion Destiny, and Invocation. So this is a Fusion Destiny pass kind of hand. But it's not even bad because, like, if you have Enforcer, Ash, and Nib, like, that's really hard to play through. And then if you get to activate Nib, next turn you have Celestial draw. And then obviously you have, like, Enforcer coming back. Draws Reborn. One of those hands, haha, would have been better if both bricks in hand. No, please. Also can never win rock, paper, scissors versus you. Happened to me twice in one match. Oh, where he opened both bricks. So they're going to go ahead, normal summon effect to go ahead and special summon out from the deck, and they're going to let this go through. And then activate Enforcer. Enforcer's going to pop itself in this. And then get Enforcer Graveyard effect. Popping this is way better than popping this. And if you're wondering why, it's because a lot of lists are playing one Treat, which works well with this, but they're playing 3 Frost that works better with this. Mainly because this is just by far the better normal summon because it lets you get this, and Frost is better in Graveyard. And then they're going to activate Reborn to special summon out from the graveyard, so go ahead, summon that, and then just get rid of those 2 to go into this. And then activate that effect, and that's going to special summon back out. And then get rid of those, go into Lily effect the special, and then they're going to get Kelsey effect to draw 1. And that will be drawing into effect Valor. Also, I got this question like 3 times over the last week, and it's why doesn't Live Twin play Enforcer? Okay. Got a very good answer for this. These cards have restrictions on them. It says, no, you can summon back from the graveyard. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extract for the rest of the turn except for Fiend monsters. And, you know, Enforcer, Warrior, Anaconda, Plant. So you can't just play that in this deck. Just figured I'd clear that up here since I've been asked so many times. And then they're going to drop Nib. They want to drop it before they go for Trouble Sunny because Trouble Sunny can banish from the graveyard. If they do play the Bricken deck, they can go ahead and dump the Evil Twin and then get rid of Nib. So they just want to drop Nib here. Also, it gives the token less attack. And then they're going to activate Home, discard, Chain Ash Blossom. Go ahead, stop that. That's pretty tough. Activate Secret Password. And then Secret Password is going to go search out the Sunny Snitch. And then they're going to activate that, and I'm pretty sure this is just going to grab follow-up for next turn. So they're going to go grab Lily. Yeah, there's like nothing else that they can do. Like, you can't extend her here, so you just grab follow-up. Pass, draw Punishment, and then Standby Phase and Enforcer come out, and then set 3, Celestial draw. Come on, we need an Alistair, an Nadir Servant, something like that. I mean, they don't even need it, but... Okay, so they draw a card that they can't use this turn due to Celestial, and then they draw Imperm, which is just enough. So they're going to attack over, attack direct, and then set and pass, draw Lancia. We've been seeing a lot more Lancia in the main deck, and I think we're going to continue to see more of it, as this card is decent versus Bird Up. Lancia plus like another hand trap makes it a lot better, especially like in this deck where you're playing so many hand traps. Versus this deck, the Dog Invoked, it's fairly solid. Versus Phantom Knight's fairly solid. Versus Sword Soul is it's a card. It's a card. It's not the craziest card. You know, if they just normal summon Mo Yi and reveal anything in hand, like they're still setting up a fairly solid end board. And then going on to the next game, we are going to see the Live Twin deck go first. Opening hands, we have Home, Mistaken Arrest, Desires, D-Barrier, and Lancia. So We'll see where Desires takes them, but they can still play with just home. And then they have Alistair, called by Invocation, Nib, Prosperity. So they're going to go ahead and activate Desires. Desires go Banish. And then draws into a Sunny Snitch and Chalice. Okay. We can see more D-barriers there. The banishes aren't bad at all. And then they're going to activate, go search. And then that's going to go grab the Lily from the deck to the hand. And then normal summon effect, special summon out from the deck. And then get rid of those. Go for the Link. Link effect the special summon back. And then, yeah, just go ahead, summon that, link those off, go into this, and then effect summon, and then they're going to get the effect to draw one. And then they're just going to drop Nib there. Also, by the way, they're chaining Nib instead of waiting for the resolution, which actually could be really good versus this kind of deck, because there's a lot of people that play like cross out in this deck. So that was pretty smart there. You know, since they were just going to drop it anyways. So they're going to go ahead. Okay, so it looks like they had some lag. So this token shouldn't be here. But it's just going to be there because it's glitched. So they're going to go ahead, discard, special summon out from the deck. And then get rid of those, go for this. And then set D-barriers, set Mistaken Arrest. Pass turn, draw Alistair. Do they stand by? They don't. Okay. And then goes end of main phase. Activate the effect. They're gonna chain called by. Ooh, so yeah, they're gonna chain Lancia. And then summon out. And then get the effect to draw. Also, I like what they targeted there because they activated called by. And they didn't try to target this. They tried to target this to negate the on-field one, otherwise I could still get a body back. So summon that, and then they're going to use the effect to pop this, and then end of main phase, again, effect, special summon back, and then effect to draw one. Happy that they know that interaction. A lot of live twin players do not know the interaction of popping your own stuff to get a free draw, and you know, it's pretty big. It's pretty big to get a free draw. Normal summon Alistair, Alistair effect, chain Mistaken Arrest. Said Chain Blizzard. Who plays that? Lol. So, yeah, and then this will also go off. Then they're gonna go battle phase. Yeah, Nib attack. And then moving on to main phase 2, go for Anaconda. And then Anaconda effect, pay 2k. Plus like the 200 off of this. So they're gonna go ahead, dump Fusion Destiny, and then in response chain D-barrier, call Fusion, pass. They do play the brick in the main deck. And then they're gonna activate this to go search, and also like pretty sure this is just game here. Yeah. Effect, special summon back, and then they're gonna get that effect to pop. Pop the Anaconda, they admit defeat. Moving on into the next game, we're going to go ahead and we are going to see the Invoked deck go first. Opening hands, we have Chalice, Lily, Home. Oh, there's a lot of engine. They have one going second card, and then they have Dasher, Ash, Fusion Destiny, Meltdown, Ash. Okay. You know, pretty much you look at the hand, you get to see these three cards. These cards are not doing too much in this scenario. But it's not like those are bad cards, like, you know. Meltdown puts up an interruption, Fusion Destiny puts up an interruption, Ash puts up an interruption. All those cards also equal follow-up. And the extra Ash Blossom in hand can be the Macabre discards, so that way they can keep Alistair. Then go for Secure Gardener, activate Invocation, and then that's going to banish, summon out Macabre, and then Invocation effect add back, that should also be banished. Yeah, and then Fusion Destiny, send a brick from hand, send a brick from deck. So spending 2 cards to summon Enforcer, which is a pop, plus itself is a follow-up, Celestial's follow-up. Dasher can help next turn if they draw a monster to be able to go ahead and do Celestial. Pass, draw Reborn. So they do have a lot of engine here, which usually isn't the greatest, but when you have, like, you know, your normal summon, an extender, an extender, an extender, and then, like, a monster negate, it's not bad. Normal summon effect, Chain Macabre. They're trying to just wipe this off of board so that way they can't just, like, throw another extender on field. Which is why they didn't, like, Ash Blossom it. And then activate home, discard Chain Ash. And also Ash works very well versus this card. Then they're going to activate Reborn to special back, which is just insane here because that makes Reborn into 2 monsters. And then that's going to go ahead and summon out from deck. And then activate the effect, Chain Chalice to negate, and they know the last card in hand is Alistair. It's crazy because, like, even if that did resolve, they just secret password into an extender anyways and just keep playing. So they didn't even need Chalice, but Chalice is really good there. We also know that they are playing the brick. I wonder if they kept it in, though. They're going to link those 2 off, go for Lily effect, special back out of body. You know, at this point, they could probably just, like, skip a step or 2 just because, like, they know what the opponent has. So, obviously, they can't interrupt that anymore at this point. But fair enough. You wanna play it, like, without skipping steps. I'm not going to hate on you too much for it, you know, especially when you're playing for, like, actual prizing. And then go for Trouble Sunny effect. Okay, so that's going to tribute the special summon back out from the graveyard. If you're wondering why they're doing this here, is because they might have the brick in deck. I mean, they don't need it here. Because they can still go, like, Trouble Sunny, get rid of a link to out that, affect the draw. That draws into a Lancia. Oh my gosh, that's shutting out the Celestial and the Alistair. That's, like, probably the best draw that they could have. Okay, so they do indeed have the brick. And then that's just going to go ahead and send this, not destroying it. And then go for Trouble Sunny, battle phase, attack. And then move on to main phase 2, activate secret password. And then secret password is going to go search out Sunny Snitch. And this is really good because this is going to allow them to go ahead and have more follow-up while also at the same time allowing them to get more burn damage off on their opponent and making them gain life points. You know, at this point it's like impossible to lose next turn because you're going to have 2 bodies back. The opponent has a top deck and you have Lancia. You're, like, probably the best card in their deck there too. Standby phase, they're just okay in this. Yeah, you don't need to drop Lancia here. You can to play around, like, Prosperity. And they're going to go ahead normal summon Alistair effect, and also this is going to go ahead and trigger. Can you put counters on it or something that's annoying? You know, this is, like, the only card in the entire game that doesn't actually gain counters, that I'm actually okay with counters being put on it because it's so annoying. Like, until you've played against it and you're trying to, like, think your combo through, and then you summon, and it's like, oh yeah, I gotta take 2, you gotta gang 2, and it's just so much extra work. Like, Appaloosa, I don't like counters on, but this card just makes it so much easier. Go grab Invocation. Also, I know I brought this up on the channel before, but it feels so good when people put 3 counters on Appaloosa, and I summon Enforcer. Like, let's say I force out 2 negates, and then Appaloosa has 800 attack left, and I summon Enforcer, and they still have the counter on it. And then, like, I attack, and, like, the same scenario comes up so much. And they'll, like, try to out the Enforcer. I'll chain Enforcer, and they chain Appaloosa to try to negate the on-field effect, and I'm like, I can't do that. These counters aren't doing you no good. You're playing mind games on yourself. Activate Invocation, and then they're going to chain Lancia. And then go ahead and add your servant to go ahead and they're going to dump Elder, go search Ecclesia, and then Elder effect, said PRJ, what's up, love your Zodiac Eldritch deck, all you left. Yeah, I guess Paulo was watching a second ago. Hey, shout out Paulo. And then they're going to get Elder effect, target Trouble Sunny, chain Trouble Sunny, and the opponent just submits defeat. At this point, since they chain the effect, they can no longer special summon out Ecclesia because that's just simply how this works. And then also, even if they did go search out something like, let's say, Maximus, they're under Lancia, they go search Knight. Cool, they summon Knight in this scenario. They summon back, they pop Knight. Nothing they were searching off Knight or Servant mattered. The Lancia was just way too strong at that point, made it impossible for the opponent to come back, or nearly impossible for them to come back, especially with how much they had. And they just had so many extenders turn 1 that the opponent just couldn't possibly do anything about it. Which, you know, will happen, especially because, like, I think they use their extenders pretty well. You know, like activating home, discarding, they got hit with Ash, and it's like, cool, Reborn, do the same thing anyways. And then they had Chalice to stop the Enforcer, and then Enforcer's getting outed by Trouble Sunny, so that way they're not getting the follow-up through it. And on top of that, they just draw Lancia. It's like, it's just too much. It's too much, but yeah, we're going to see them admit defeat there. So we're going to see the live twin deck win the box of Brothers of Legend, which is like $71 worth of value, I'm pretty sure is what it was. So now they're up 71, and Toast does not win 71. You know, they're not down 71 now or anything. Most of these tournaments, it's like $5 to enter. So, you know, they're like down $5 in probably like an hour of their time. But if they did win this match, then they would have been up a decent amount. And also I've gotten some pretty decent testing in. And we're going to see that the match is only 30 minutes long, which is not bad. Pretty quick match. And with all of that being said, again, make sure to go check out Dragon Riders Games Facebook page. A link down below in the description. They're also going to be having a big tournament coming up in January, so make sure to go check that out. And the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.